This is Southern Cross News with Rachel Williams.
Good evening. Tasmania is just 4 weeks out from the state election and parties are ramping up their pitch to voters. Labor today announcing events funding, while the Liberals are pledging lower irrigation prices for the agriculture industry.
Promising to drive down our farmers' energy costs. Jeremy Rockcliffe laying the groundwork 4 weeks out from the state election.
We want to work with our farmers to ensure that we have the most competitive energy prices in the nation. Pledging a $5.5 million renewable energy program to construct hydroelectric irrigation systems, as well as a $750,000 subsidy to help farmers reduce their energy costs. To ensure that our farmers in Tasmania can identify key areas within their energy systems, within their irrigation network, to reduce the cost to business.
It will give us more confidence going on to be able to employ more people or invest more money back into here, whereas at the moment, a dry summer like this, it's risky. The Labor leader out on the hustings at Launceston's Festivale. Promoting her party's plan to boost event funding with a $1.75 million package.
There's a particular focus on smaller events, as well as supporting new and emerging and existing events to make sure they can continue to offer those wonderful experiences that people love and enjoy.
The Greens making their pitch to voters on education.
We'd invest over $140 million into education over the forward estimates, returning 250 teachers to schools, ensuring that those teachers and educators are supported adequately. And fallout continues from the pro-pokies campaign. Love Your Local removing a video post suggesting Glenorchy RSL would cancel Anzac Day under Labor's pokies policy. The RSL's president saying it was taken down out of respect of those who've served. Louise Hedger, Southern Cross News.
And federal independent MP Andrew Wilkie has waded into the pokies debate, releasing figures he says shows the Tasmanian pubs who bring in the most revenue from the machines. The data shows half of the highest earning venues are owned by the federal group, including Glenorchy's Elwick Hotel, said to bring in more than $4.5 million in the 2015-16 financial year.
This is big money. And this isn't some lovable little country pub. This is big business. This is owned by a big company. Most of the money that's lost in there ends up in the bank account of a family in Sydney.
In a statement, the federal group says it questions the accuracy of the data and that it supports numerous charities and contributes to Tasmania's economy. The Small Business Council is calling for a rethink of Tasmania's energy sector. It's released a report questioning regulations and a lack of competition in the wholesale market.
Electricity is the second biggest cost for this LINDISFARNE shop after wages, a bill of around $40,000.
It's a large part of my business, it's a very large expense, and it's certainly one that has increased over the years as a percentage of my business.
The Small Business Council says it's a significant cost for many smaller operators, releasing a report today examining the structure of the electricity market.
The report, whilst not laden with recommendations, is definitely designed to inform the government and other parties, any potential incoming government, about the issues that we face.
Energy analyst Mark White says widespread retail competition has failed to eventuate, in part because of hydro's dominance in the wholesale market.
We need to take on those reforms, really look at our electricity industry, make sure it's competitive, make sure it's attracting those players that would bring opportunities and better prices to our households and businesses.
Volatility in the national electricity market drove up wholesale prices last year. Despite some relief with a government cap and rebates, the long-term outlook is uncertain.
That's not really sustainable, and what I think the Tasmanian Small Business Council is asking for governments or potential governments to is some certainty in how they're going to approach the wholesale market.
Michael Breen, Southern Cross News.
Meals, music and even a little magic have dazzled crowds at Festivale. The action-packed weekend began last night when thousands poured through the gates.
A blend of boutique food and drink got the crowd ready to rock. As the sun went down, Launceston lit up. A steady stream of locals and visitors lined up to try Tasmania's best at around 100 different stalls. The live entertainment continued well into the night. Today, the party rolled on in a sun-drenched city park.
This is probably about my 12th festival and just loving it.
And our stomachs might start growling any minute, mightn't they, Fluffy
exactly.
Bear?
That does
You don't want that.
Some were left scratching their head, bamboozled by the magic on offer. But there was no missing the delightful food, including these decadent sandwiches filled with cheese grilled over charcoal.
Pretty hot work in the tent today, but it's a very fun way to do a ham and cheese sandwich.
Organisers say tickets are still being snapped up online ahead of tonight's headline performances from the Choir Boys and Reese Maston.
Today's turned out to be a great day. Sun's come out, there's a lot of people coming through the gates and the stalls seem to be really busy, which is what it's all about.
Organisers are expecting 25,000 people to attend over the 3-day event. Tom Johnson, Southern Cross News.
St Giles is celebrating a major milestone, now entering its 80th year of operation in Tasmania. The organisation was originally set up to help people affected by polio, but its mission has evolved to provide vital support to families and children with disabilities.
A celebration on Parliament lawns to mark a milestone for the Tasmanian organisation.
It really is about saying, we're here and, we are a part of this community and we need to be inclusive of people with disabilities.
Families getting involved in the Walk With Me event today, raising money and awareness for the disability support provider. The BARNETT family, one of those taking part with their 7-year-old daughter Emma, affected by cerebral palsy.
She has some hope and she has some goals and some desires because they help build those and give her the tools to manage that, and it's fantastic. I mean, the community couldn't cope with something without organisations like St Giles.
St Giles started in 1937 as an organisation providing support for people with polio. Over 8 decades, its services have expanded and it's now one of the largest providers of disability support for children in Tasmania.
You're probably talking over 80 years, tens of thousands of Tasmanian children. So it's, I'm very proud to be a part of this organisation and I believe we really do make a difference.
Celebrating 80 years and plenty more to come. Michael Breen, Southern Cross News.
Frenchman Stéphane Robert has stormed home in the men's singles final at the Burnie International. Robert breezed past German teenager Daniel Altmaier 1-6, 2-6 after just over an hour on court. It's the 37-year-old's first title in Burnie after finishing runner-up to John Millman in 2013. The 5th seed takes home more than $10,000 for the win.
Well, it's happened again. I found my way to Festivali. I don't know how I can do it and stay out of the studio for this long, but there's food from all corners of the globe here, and I found myself outside an authentic Vietnamese street food stall. And look at this, spring rolls, rice paper rolls, chicken and beef curry. Is this good, guaranteed good?
Yes,
it's guaranteed good. Okay, I'll tuck into that a little bit later because there's everything from mushrooms to paddle pops here. And just keep that warm for me. Terrific. Let's see what happened around the state today because I'm in a real hurry to get this finished now. Hobart 21 degrees, Launceston and Bushy Park 26, that was the state's high. Burnie got to 24 today and Devonport a high of 22. Back to some nice summer weather conditions too around the state. Grove and Smithton got to 25. Wynyard, King Island and Friendly Beaches 24. Strawn reached 23 today along with Flinders Island. Low Head 22, St Helens and Lyoweeney 21 degrees. Looking at the maps, an onshore flow has low cloud over our region and along the coast of the eastern states. Troughs are there too and they've caused all the cloud through the mainland. Mostly convective cloud over the state today on the close-up, more prevalent inland. So not much change in the position of the high tomorrow and all those low pressure areas continue over the mainland as we look at tomorrow's chart. In the wind directions, we've got southwest to southeasterly winds at 15 to 20 knots, but 10 to 20 knot northwest to northeasterly winds over the central north. Hobart tomorrow partly cloudy and 22. Richmond a top of 23 degrees and a warmer day in Ouse. A final day of Festivali and Launceston will absolutely turn it on. Just a little cloud and 27 degrees. Same for Deloraine and 24 degrees for Devonport. A sunny 28 in Burnie. It shines tomorrow. Strawn 21 and Curry a top of 23. Now maybe a light shower over the east tomorrow. St Helens 22, Swansea 21, Whitemark a top of 24 and fine. The UV touching an extreme 11. On to Monday, a possible light shower over the east and partly cloudy for the rest. A light early shower for the northwest and fine and partly cloudy elsewhere on Tuesday. Fine and mostly sunny right across the state on Wednesday. Further north tomorrow, 29 in Perth, sunny in Adelaide and Melbourne. A shower or two for Sydney and Brisbane tomorrow, and as you would expect, tropical over the tropics. And the current conditions, you can see them there. It's absolutely delightful right across the state and cooling right down. And when you need to cool down, there's too many things to choose from. You don't know which is which, so you just go for the tried and true, don't you, Rach? And I know you not being here has turned the turnover way down. I'll try my best to fill in for you.
If you could, that'd be great. See you soon. Thanks for that, Murph. Well, that's all your news for now. Thanks for joining us. Good night.
Nice. Whole body